Okay. So initially, we'll start this course with a Salesforce admin. Coming to the Salesforce administration, we'll start with a Salesforce configurations. So in the configurations, we'll see how to create an account, what are the different types of user interfaces we are having in Salesforce, and how we can customize in a basic level. We'll see in a Salesforce configuration. The next we'll see object manager and app manager. So coming to the object manager and app manager, here it is like a 70% of admin stuff going to be covered in these object manager and app manager. Here we'll see how to create a custom object and how to create a fields in it and what are the different types of relationships are there in a Salesforce and how each and every relationship impact others and how to create a fields in a standard object as well. We'll see that stuff. Along with these, in a Salesforce, if you want to create a new app, how we can create without writing a piece of code and how to configure the app, that complete thing we'll see here. Not only creating custom fields and custom objects, here in this chapter itself we'll see what are the duplication rules, what are the validation rules, what are the page layouts, how to create a page layouts, and what is the need of record types, and how to create a buttons in a Salesforce, like that. All the configurations related to data management or app management we'll see much briefly in the second chapter, that is object manager and app manager. So after this chapter, we'll be having the important perspective is data security. So coming to the organization, it's any company, they'll much focus on this data security. So coming to the data security, here we'll be having two types of securities. One is record level security, another one is an object level security. So how we can control or how we can provide additional access to the users based on the requirement. So how we'll see much briefly, crystal clearly on this concept. It's a very, very important concept. It is like a heart for any organization. After discussing data security briefly, we'll see data management. So coming to the data management, so in a real time, we'll be having requirements like we need to we need to create bulk records in a Salesforce. So at the time, we need to take help of data management tools. So coming to the Salesforce, we'll be having several data management tools. Those are data loader, data import wizard, workbench, etc. And data loader, data IO, like that we'll be having several tools. In this chapter, we'll see how to create a bulk amount of records with using different automation tools or different data management tools. We'll see much briefly on this and what is the difference between each and every tool. That differences also we'll see in the data management. After data management, we'll be having concept called data analytics management. So coming to this chapter, here we'll see the reports and dashboards concept. Reports and dashboards. So coming to any organization, if you want to see the data quickly, or if you want to represent the data in a pictorial representations, we need to represent the data in the form of dashboards. Dashboards means pictorial representation of data. And reports are nothing but Excel sheets kind of thing. We can filter the data, we can display the data conditionally in a Salesforce reports. And here in analytics management, we'll see what are the different types of reports are there and what are the different types of dashboards are there, how to create the reports and how to create the dashboards, how to set up a security for these reports and dashboard, how to schedule the reports and dashboards to execute these dashboards in a particular time. Like that, we'll see that stuff in a analytics management. After finishing analytics management, we'll be having concept called process automation. So coming to this process automation, it's a completely declarative develop. Here we'll see completely declarative automation tools. Means like whenever you want to update a field in Salesforce, or like whenever you want to perform any background operations in a Salesforce. So previously we'll be having concepts called workflow rules, process builders, and flows. So coming to the nowadays scenarios, workflow rules and process builders are deprecated. Salesforce highly working on flows. So for the declarative automation, Salesforce highly promoting Flows declarative development tool, and will explore the different types of flows with a different automation examples. So coming to the flows, also will be having several types of flows. Those are screen flows, scheduled flows, record triggered flows, platform event triggered flows. Like that, we'll be having several types of flows. So in the process automation, it's a very, very important thing for a developers nowadays. So to perform 99% of development activities without using Apex and everything, we can create the automation by taking help of flows. So for that, we'll discuss this flows concept much briefly in this course. Okay, so we'll see like for each and every type of flow, we'll see one example, and if needed, I'll provide you assignments on this. So after this, next we'll see the features, Sales Cloud and Service Cloud features. We'll see Sales Cloud and Service Cloud features. So the Salesforce and Service Cloud features are nothing but email to case, how email to case work, how web to lead work or web to case work, how we can configure such kind of stuffs, what is opportunity tracking, what is lead management. That complete stuff we'll discuss in these Sales Cloud and Service Cloud features. So in a very high end, it is the curriculum or content which we are going to discuss then admin course. So coming to these things, coming to the assignments or exercises, so what I am going to do is assignment and exercises. So throughout this course, you need to follow the trailhead. So Trailhead is a website, official website, which is maintained by Salesforce. It is a Bible to the Salesforce learning. So whatever the concept it might be, you can go through the trailhead and you can learn the concept. And coming to this admin course, I will suggest you the trail mix for this complete admin portion. So I'll provide you a admin certification trail mix. So if you follow this course along with this admin certification trail mix, at the end, you will get a knowledge to do a admin certification always. Sorry, at the end. So you should be in a stage like after completing this course, you can able to take up a certification. So there like in a trailhead, they'll create a events on a certification preparation days. With that time, they'll create a events means like a meetings kind of things. If you attend that, you'll be get a vouchers for certifications. Like a 50% voucher or 100% voucher, they'll provide sometime. So if you grab the voucher, you can crack a certification as well for a admin. Any doubts on this?
Yeah, on the reports.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
continue. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry. You can continue. I'll ask.
Yes. Yeah, tell me. Prithvi asked you, right? Ha.
Yes, yes. Is this a trailhead and a website we need to register? Like, is it like a kind of website from Salesforce?
Yes, like you need to create an account in Salesforce. Once we are done with any concept, if you go through that, you'll be get a lot of learning assignments there. So if you do the assignment, there you'll be get points. Like for MCQ questions, you'll be getting 100 points. For challenges, project kind of small tasks, you'll be getting 500 points. So if you do this kind of challenges in Trailhead, you can add your Trailhead profile to your LinkedIn or it like in your resume also you can add it so that the recruiter will understand you are a skilled professional.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help you on that, like how to create an account, how to set up everything, and what are the
Yeah.
models you need to do to make your profile much powerful.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Sridhar garu, you can ask the question.
Yeah. So regarding this report,
Huh.
is there any other external tool you're going to teach?
External tools means you are asking about
Yeah. So like the
Tableau.
Tableau.
No, it won't
Yeah.
come into this course. I'll
Okay.
give you the standard functionalities which are available in a Salesforce. Like coming to the Salesforce, we'll be having four types of reports.
Mm.
Like those are like matrix reports, summary reports, joint reports. Like that, we'll be having four different types of reports. We'll see those types.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to explore to the Tableau analytics, after learning this thing, what you can do is you can explore a Trailhead models. Recently, Salesforce acquired Tableau as well in a 2020 or
Yeah.
2019, I think. So Salesforce acquired that. So if you explore the models which was created by Salesforce, you can get a
Mm.
hands-on knowledge on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Any more
So
question? Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
yeah, one more thing is the data loader in which it comes to data management under the management.
Data management tools will be having on the data management tools will be having the standard feature is data input wizard.
Yeah.
It's
The
the
time.
Salesforce init feature. And the
Yeah.
next thing is we can use data loader, workbench, or data loader.io. These are the external tools. Data loader.io is the cloud-based one. It's the third-party application. And data loader.io is the third party application. Data loader and workbench also a third party application. But coming to the data loader.io, if you want to create bulk records or if you want to perform bulk DML operations, you need to purchase a license. Whereas coming to the workbench or data loader, we need not to purchase a license for to perform high-end operations or to perform data data analytics, the data management and huge amount of records. We'll discuss those tools and how to connect with that, how we can utilize those tools efficiently. We'll see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next, after completing this complete stuff, you'll get a hands-on and a complete admin portion. The next, we'll jump into the developer course by taking at least a 2 to 3 days break for in between both the courses. Okay. So coming to the development course, like initially we'll start with the Apex programming language. So Apex is a programming language which is very similar to Java. So if you are familiar with the Java, you'll easily understand this Apex programming language. But like if you are
Mm.
not familiar to the programming, so I will start from a scratch of this programming language. Scratch means like what are the basics of Apex and what are the rules you need to follow while writing a code and what are the primitive data types present in Apex, what are the control structures, what are the loops, what are the advanced data types present in this, and how you can write any basic code in Apex. I'll start with that stuff. After
Okay.
giving a brief knowledge of Apex programming language, I'll introduce you to how to write a Apex classes. So here, the next step we'll see the Apex classes, object-oriented programming corresponding to the Apex classes, and how to create Apex classes and Apex objects. Apex classes with a real-time data means like how we can access the data which is present in a Salesforce by taking help of Salesforce. So prior to accessing the data, you need to know to access the data from Salesforce database, you need to be familiar with SOQL, Salesforce Object Query Language, and Salesforce Search Language, SOSL. So prior to that, I'll explain you these concepts, SOQL and SOSL. So then next, I'll take you into the real-time data access. Means in an Apex class, how we can access the Salesforce data. That thing we'll discuss by taking help of SOQL and Apex. Okay. The next, after discussing these things, we'll see the DML operations. So with these, with the DML operations, what we'll do is we'll see how to insert a records, how to update a records in a Salesforce by writing a code. That stuff, how to what are the best practices to insert record, what are the best practices to create the records. We'll discuss that stuff in a DML operations. So after discussing DML operations, we'll be having heart of the complete development triggers. We'll discuss triggers with real-time scenarios. It is a programmatic automation tool. So by we'll see what are the best practices to write a trigger, what are the different frameworks we are having, what are the best practices we need to follow while writing a trigger. We'll discuss that complete stuff with the triggers. And we'll be having different types of triggers and trigger events. For each and every type, I'll explain you. For each and every type, I'll explain you one examples. If needed, I'll provide you assignments as well for this. Okay, so after explaining this triggers concept completely, you'll be getting knowledge of Salesforce development automation as well. After that, I'll introduce you to asynchronous Apex. Asynchronous Apex. So coming to the asynchronous Apex, sometimes we need to have a requirement some operations needs to be performed in a background. Background means whenever the system resources are available. Let's suppose in our organization, I want to schedule some activity should be run every day in between 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. Like that, I might have a requirement. So if you want to perform this, if you have any long running operations, if you want to perform any long running operations in the background, we'll be having asynchronous Apex. We'll be having different types of asynchronous Apex. We'll see example programs and syntaxes for this asynchronous Apex very briefly. So coming to the Salesforce development interviews, it will play a very crucial role. Coming to the Salesforce developer interviews, the major things companies will expect is SOQL queries first thing. After that, trigger scenarios. They'll tell you the scenario. You need to write a code in front of them to check your knowledge. Then next, they'll check a knowledge on asynchronous Apex. So if you are perfect with these three things, 80% you can easily clear an interview. And coming to the next, development. Coming to the web development in a Salesforce, we'll be having three different things, three different frameworks. First one is the Visual Force one. Visual Force. The next, Lightning Aura. The next, LWC. These are the three different frameworks. Sorry. These are the three different frameworks which are used for customization, or if you want to create any out of the box solutions kind of things, we can use any one of these three tools. So coming to the Visual Force pages, it's a very, very old framework which was developed by Salesforce in an initial days. 90% of the companies not using this now, but whatever the company started, whenever Salesforce started, those companies are still using, for their few components, they are still using Visual Force pages. Okay, and coming to the Lightning Aura framework, it's a Salesforce framework, and for this, as of now, most of the companies using this Aura framework, and Salesforce come up with a new development feature called LWC, means a Lightning Web Component Framework. It's Salesforce highly promoting this thing. Coming to the admin, how they are promoting flows. Coming to the development also, by deprecating both the things, they in a future they want to continue completely with the LWC. So the complete feature of custom development of Salesforce will depends on this LWC only. So coming to this LWC, to cover up this LWC separate course as a separate course, it will take around 2 months mostly. But as it is a development course, I'll give you a brief knowledge on this LWC, how we can create a small component, how we can establish a relationship between different components. I'll give you that knowledge. So, and coming to ARA also, I'll walk through the basics of ARA as well, and I'll explain you the basic components of like a basic, like how to create a basic component, how we can fetch a data from Salesforce database. That knowledge I'll provide you in a Lightning ARA. Coming to the Visual Force, like from my career starting, I did not use it, but if needed, I'll give you knowledge on this Visual Force as well. You can decide among yourself whether you want to get a basic knowledge on all this stuff, or like may I go through LWC bit more. You can decide later, and we'll discuss on that later. Okay, and at the end of the course, companies majorly look for the people those who are familiar with the integration. So coming to the integration, we'll be having two types of integrations in Salesforce. One is a SOAP-based integration, another one is a REST integration. Then coming to the SOAP integration, it's a much complex integration, and for this we need to follow lot of rules and regulations. Whereas coming to the real-time scenarios, most of the organizations will use REST integration. Coming to the REST integration, here I'll explain you as a projects at the end. I'll explain you some real-time scenarios on this, so that you can keep these scenarios in your resume for like you can keep in your resumes, so that it might helpful to you, real-time scenarios on this. Like the scenarios like how we can integrate a weather API with Salesforce, how we can integrate a Bitly website with Salesforce, and how we can integrate like how we can use different tools similarly at a time, like how we can use Apex classes and flows at a time, how we can access Apex classes in the flows. That stuff we'll discuss. Okay. Additionally, like I forgot to add test classes. So coming to the real time, the companies will expect you need to be have a skills on writing a test class as well, but it is not a mandatory skill. We'll see how to write a test classes as well. So with this, we can conclude this course. And coming to this complete course, admin course will take around 20 to 30 working hours. Okay, and coming to the development course, it might depends on your learning speed. So if you are a quick learners, it will take around 40 days to 2 months. So the will like if you are a quick learners, if you are learning very quickly, so to wrap up this course will take mostly 2 months. But if you are like if you are assigned with like if you are having some work, or if you are learning bit slow, at the time it will to complete this complete course, it will take around 3 months. So it's about the thing. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also good.
Okay, then like, do you know how to create an account in Salesforce as of now?
I have the account and yeah, even trial it also.
Can you
Sorry.
show it once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what we can do is today I'll explain you how to create an account, so that like tomorrow you will be you can create an account, and you can come up with that, so that tomorrow onwards directly we'll jump into the application.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you want to create an account, you need to go to developer.salesforce.com. So I'm going to this page, developer.salesforce/signup. I'm going to this page. So I want to sign up into developer account. So we need to give our details here. And we need to enter our working email ID. Remember, why means like whatever the email ID we enter here, for this email ID will be get a verification link to set up a password kind of things. So you should give a working email here. Coming to the job role, like you can give any role. As of now, I'm giving a developer role. and we need to give a company name. So as you can give any company name, so you should not give a, there is no strict rule to give your working company name here. Okay, so I'm giving my current organization name, country or region. You can give the country where you are staying, so that by default local settings will become into your system. State and region, postal code. Okay. And at the end, you need to give a username. It should be a unique username. However, you'll be having Facebook and Instagram, right? However, you'll be having unique user ID. Coming to the Salesforce also, username is a unique one, and which is very similar to your like email ID address. Means it should have a same format email address. Your name at the rate some organization name dot something like if you have an email yakub@gmail.com, like that will be having, right? Here also same thing. Whenever you are creating a username, it should be unique all across the globe, and it should be in the form of email format. So I'll give a name like Yakub SF training @ Sridhar.com. Okay, I'll add Prithvi here. Okay. Prithvi SF training @sridhar.com. I'm going to train you both guys in this course. That's why I'm keeping a username like this. So remember, we need to remember this username as well, so that in the future we can log in back into Salesforce. So now after filling all the details, we need to click on sign me up. We do processing. It's processing. It will take time. So after processing this, we'll be get an email. Where is it? Already taken means already mail sent. Yeah. So issue will come up much quickly, but like sign up, whenever you create a sign up thing, it will take around 2 to 3 minutes mostly. Okay. So after 2 to 3 minutes, you'll be get a link here to reset a password and everything, and directly it will take you into the Salesforce. So coming to the logging into the Salesforce, what you can do is you can type login.salesforce.com, which is the standard URL whenever you want to log in into the Salesforce account, a developer edition account. So whatever the developer edition account we are creating is a lifetime free account, as you can use this environment for your custom development at any time. Okay, so yeah, login.salesforce.com is a URL which is used to log in into your developer account, or in a real time also. If you want to log in into any company's production account, we need to take help of this login.salesforce.com URL. Whereas, like in a companies will be having developer environments also, right? Like sandboxes kind of things will be having, right? If you want to log in into the sandboxes kind of things, in place of login here, we need to keep test.salesforce.com. These three are the URLs. Whenever you want to log in into the Salesforce, we need to use any one of these two based on requirement. So if you are using any developer account or production account, we need to go with a login.salesforce.com. After going into this, here you can choose your user account, and after choosing your user or like login with a different username, you can select it, and you can enter your username and password, and you can click on sign in, login, so that it will take you into the Salesforce account. Okay. So yeah, I'll check my email once again. Well, yeah, you can see the password reset link I received here. Now what I'll do is I'll click on this verify account. So prior to this, I'll copy this username as well. Mm-hmm. By time, it might be problem with the Salesforce. Okay, it will be set up. It will become. So meanwhile, we'll be having 3 minutes of time. I'll walk through Trailhead as well. Problem with them. So you can create an account like this. It will allow you. Okay, and after this, we'll be having Trailhead. So Trailhead is a website, trailhead.salesforce.com. It's a website which is used to learn Salesforce efficiently. Here you'll be having learning modules as directly it is taking into my profile. Okay. So now, so you can see here it is my score, like how many badges I'll be having, what is my range. Like here they'll provide ranks. So based on your performance and based on your assignments are based on the task you are doing in it, they will provide the points and they'll provide your ranks. Okay, you can walk through that and you can explore more and more. So coming to the learning, you can go to learning in a Trailhead, and you'll be having learning on Trailhead. I'm going to learning on Trailhead. I'm going to this. So if you keep a cursor on credentials, you'll be having certification credentials, super badges and super badges, super sets, maintain certification, verify certification. Like that, we'll be having several options. So if you want to prepare for certification, you can go to certification. So now I'm going to learn. So if you go to learn, you can see trails, trail mixes, Trailhead Academy, Trailhead Go, Trailhead Plus, projects, modules, Carrot Pass. Like that, we'll be having a lot of things. So now in this, I want to go to trail mixes. Trail mixes means these are the things which are meant for specific skill set. Okay, trail mixes. You can see these are the different trail mixes. So if you want to explore any specific portion or if you want to learn any specific skill, you can explore this trail mixes. So if you want to become a like expert in the complete admin, you can follow this trail mix. So with you guys, like I'll create a WhatsApp group. On that, I'll communicate entire this kind of stuff. Okay, so if you follow this follow trail mix, you can see like all the Trailhead modules which are needed for complete admin certification. Everything will be available here, chapter wise. So for this practical knowledge, I'll give you most of the topics, and the remaining things you can walk through so that you'll get a hands-on. Okay. Okay, I got a thing. So here you can see I got a thing to set up a password and everything. So here we can set up a password. And at the end, you need to set up a security question so that in a future, if you want to log in into the Salesforce, like if you forget the password, it will ask the answer for this security question. Remember. Okay. So I'm changing a password. So from the next time onwards, like what I can do is directly I can jump into the Salesforce and I can log in with the same credentials. Again, here also it is asking. Yeah, try to create a Salesforce account. From tomorrow, we'll continue by going through this app completely. Is it fine?
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So for the trailhead as well, the same thing will be there, or we need to do it a separate way?